Yo, so this video is probably going to be pretty casual, pretty laid back, not super detailed or anything like that. We're just kind of going to be looking at each of the bosses, going over who I think is the best pick, maybe the best pick for each scenario, depending on what your team's looking like. Just kind of take a look at them in general and see what they're looking like, where they could be good, where they can't be good, stuff like that. So I guess we're going for maybe 395 or more likes on this video, maybe 102 or more new subscribers to the channel today. Comment down below which boss you're taking. Maybe comment your 1, 2, 3. You know, if you think Lee Smith is 1, Jason Bay 2, Don Mattingly 3, maybe give your order for them, or just the one that you plan on choosing, the one you think is the best. Down in the comment section. Twin Gaming TV, Sunday through Fridays on Twitch, live by 10 a.m. Central, sometimes earlier. I will say no stream probably this Sunday because it is Mother's Day. But let's just go ahead and first, before we hop into anything, just take a look at each card and kind of see what we're looking like. Okay, we got Jason Bay here as one of the bosses, left field primary, also plays center field and right field. Now this card is a great hitting card, as y'all can see. Diamond hitting, 92 and 106 for the contact, 96 and 100 for the power, with 67 vision. And then for fielding, he's really not bad. You know, 64 speed in the outfield is going to be decent for a corner outfield spot. I probably wouldn't stick him out there in center field, but 77 fielding, 70 arm strength with 73 accuracy, and then 80 reactions, really nice. Plus, keep in mind, you can parallel every card in the game, including these, get a total of +5 at the max to all of their attributes. So that's one thing to keep in mind and could really help out his fielding for if you're putting him in maybe right field or even just having him in left field. I feel like this is going to help out quite a bit. Next up, we have Lee Smith, 300 save club milestone card, closing pitcher, four-seam, slider, cutter, and a forkball. 101 hits per 9. Again, this card can be paralleled as well. Get every attribute up to a +5. A 122 strikeouts per 9. 97 velo, 91 break, 90 control. And if we go ahead and look in the top right, you can see his pitch control on every pitch. It's really good, except for the forkball down to 77, which is still not bad. And this card is going to be dotting you up, carving you up. Good pitch mix, good velo, good hits per 9. Hits per 9 is what makes the PCI smaller. And if I'm not mistaken, you know, there's vision, which has that outer PCI, makes it bigger with the vision. But I think the middle one, the main one, the one that I have turned on, I don't have the big one turned on. I want to say contact rating makes that bigger, but hits per 9 makes it smaller. So that's one thing that's really nice, is him having that above 99. And this is just a fantastic looking card. Definitely no Cardinals bias at all, coming from a Cardinals fan. And then finally, we have Don Mattingly, first baseman, also has third base secondary as a lefty, and then left and right field secondaries as well. 108 and 113 for the contact, 83 and 50 for the power, 110 vision, 92 fielding, 74 arm strength with 79 accuracy, 81 reaction, and then 40 speed. Now it says that he has diamond defense, which is kind of true because he does have really good fielding and his reaction's not bad, but I don't think I would ever put him in left or right field, especially with that speed. If I'm using him, it's probably going to be at first or third base. I feel like more likely than not, though, first base. But with that being said, you know, you could always try a lefty over there at third base, I guess, if you wanted to. And those are the three bosses. Kind of a quick overview if you haven't really seen them yet. Now, for ranking these cards real quickly, Lee Smith, for me, easy #1, especially at this point in the year. And it's really a toss-up for me between Jason Bay and Don Mattingly. But I think because Don Mattingly is so weak in terms of power versus lefties, I'm going to give the edge to Jason Bay. And I'm keeping more in mind than just the hitting attributes, right? We have the fielding. Jason Bay's a little bit faster. He's going to have decent fielding in the outfield, even if you parallel him, or especially if you parallel him. So I'm going to say #2, Jason Bay, and #3, Don Mattingly. So 1, Lee Smith, 2, Jason Bay, and 3, Don Mattingly. And obviously that's my own opinion, but for most people, I would recommend taking Lee Smith. Now, the reason is, at this point in the year, there's really not a lot of relievers, okay? There's not a lot. I'm going to go ahead and just check what I have on my team so I can see, you know, who he might replace. Let's just go to my main squad, and look at this. I still have Silvers in my bullpen. So I could easily get Lee Smith and put him in for Pedro Martinez, except I kind of like having both Pedros. They patched it out, I'm pretty sure, and I don't want to take him out, but my bullpen is kind of lacking a little bit, right? If we even go to who I have, yeah, Houston Street, but his velo's kind of low. Kerry Wood, I've never been great with Kerry Wood cards. I just don't like the pitch selection that much. I like having a sinker and a changeup in my pitchers, but he's not bad. He's just not really for me. Same with Rob Dibble. For some reason, I don't do well with this card. Y'all can see one inning pitch, not a lot, but I didn't do good with Dibble last year either. So there's just really not a lot of good relievers, right? I have an 87, 85, 84. My bullpen, I have 91 at my highest with Billy Wagner, who is a flawless reward in BR, so he's going to be pretty expensive. He's not going to be easily able to be picked up by the average player. So getting a 95 overall reliever at this point in the year is, I feel like, just going to give you a huge boost. Now I want to check the market too, just to see, you know, what relievers and closing pitchers are in the market. So we have Troy Percival, 87 overall, seems to be highest for relief pitchers. Now go to closing pitchers. We have Lee Smith, and then Adam Wainwright, 92, Billy Wagner, 91, Yuri's Familia, 90, and it's just, he's far and above the highest overall relief pitcher available right now. I feel like it's a no-brainer. Most people's bullpens are going to be lacking. And then Jason Bay, Don Mattingly. Like, one reason why I'm tempted to put Don Mattingly at 2 instead of 3 is because I feel like there's so many outfielders, right? We have Buxton, who's pretty much free. Obviously, there's Trout and Acuna. Most people probably don't have him, but Kenny Lofton was a boss from the first inning program. We got Larry Doby, Kirby Puckett, Trent Grisham, Kyle Lewis, Willie Mays if you want, but Ketel Marte. Like, just looking at Grisham, Lewis, and Marte, those dudes, this is only center field. Those guys are all available from Season 1 for Team Affinity. And then we have Santander, Hayward, Franmil, Yastrzemski, Joey Gallo, also available from Season 1 Team Affinity. And then we have Stanton McCutcheon from Team Affinity. We got Duvall if you want from Topps Now, you know. I feel like the outfield is always a crowded position, and I feel like it's crowded early on in the year. So it's hard for me to give number 2 to Jason Bay. I think I'm going to stick with Jason Bay being my number 2. But, you know, because the outfield's so crowded, I feel like if you're not going to go Lee Smith, it might be better for you to go Don Mattingly and just taking a look at, you know, 3rd and 1st if we don't want to put Don in the outfield. Ryan McMahon, I know this Topps Now card is a lot of people's favorite. At least people are telling me that in Twitch chat. So there's McMahon at 3rd if you don't want to have a left-handed third baseman. Brian Hayes, obviously, from Team Affinity is not going to be too bad. We have Vlad Jr. from the Player of the Month program. Nico Goodrum can also play 3rd, including Dansby, Xander, Bo, Willie Adames, Max Muncy, David Fletcher, Tim Anderson, and Joey Gallo, plus the Topps Now guys. Like, we have so many guys at 3rd who aren't necessarily going to be as good in terms of attributes as Don Mattingly, but I know a lot of people love McMahon. A lot of people love Gallo, Bo Bichette, Nico Goodrum. Like, there's a lot of good options, even if you don't have Don Mattingly for 3rd base. And then same thing for 1st base. I have Dom Smith in the secondary, but we have other guys like Vlad Jr., Max Muncy, secondary 1st base, Joey Gallo, Nico Goodrum, again, Topps Now, Paul DeYoung, Adam Duvall. There's a lot of good options, even Justin Turner from the Player of the Month program. So, honestly, outfield's pretty crowded, but at the same time, there's a lot of good 1st and 3rd base options already too. And I'm not even looking at my bench either. These guys probably have some outfield right here, outfield here, outfield here. Nick Solak also plays 1st and 3rd base. There's so many options already available for position players, and the bullpen is so hard to get guys for. So I would highly recommend going for Lee Smith. That's my opinion. Obviously, you can do whatever you want, but I figured I would just make a video giving my thoughts. You know, I know it's nothing special, super casual, not a lot of super detailed information, but I feel like I showed you guys and explained kind of everything I felt like I needed to. I hope this was helpful to at least one person out there. Whenever I make a tips video or a guide video or something like this, you know, if it helps one person, I feel like I'm happy with it, right? That's my goal, is to help at least one person. So I hope this video at least sort of helped one person out there. Then I'm happy. You know, like, comment, subscribe, social medias, all that good stuff. Thanks as always for watching. Again, just a little bit different from normal, but something that I wanted to talk about for sure. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. I'll see you next time. I'll see you tomorrow for more videos, and then Monday for the stream. Peace out.